Hello everyone, it's me, Ashia, aka UnapologeticallyAshia, and we are back with another video. You guys can see my tree. Well, not really. I mean, let's see. I put like snow at the bottom. Listen, this is my first Christmas tree and my first place, so don't judge me. But I tried my best. I got the tree from the dollar store, okay? And the ornaments from the dollar store, okay? Yes, it's a cute little struggle tree that Trenton appreciates. So today is a Q&A mommy Q&A. Let's get into the questions. So it says, sorry, I'm looking on my laptop. So it says, what is the worst thing your kid has ever done? For those of you who don't know, I do have a 2-year-old. He just turned 2 on Thanksgiving. Whew, mommy brain. Thanksgiving, 11/23/15 is his birthday. I would say wrote on the wall with the crayon. Yeah. And for those of you who know, crayon is not easy to get up. So luckily, I went to work and I told girls about it. And my friend Delia, hey Delia girl, her son had just did the same thing. So she told me to blow dry it. And I was like, well, that's not gonna work. I tried it. It worked. It like disappeared. Like it was some weird stuff. But yes, it is off my wall. What was your first reaction when finding out? So I didn't think that I was kind of off and on like, something's not right, but I don't think that I'm pregnant because like this cannot happen to me. Like I don't think that I'm pregnant. And my boyfriend at the time was like, okay, you've been craving potatoes a lot. Like literally, I just wanted to eat French fries for dinner and lunch and breakfast, like, and snack. So he was like, we need to take a pregnancy test. And I tell you, when they said pregnant, I was devastated. I was in the mirror. You know how like in the movies, they do that dramatic cry and look at themselves in the mirror?
I cannot believe.
What was your most common food you craved or most unusual craving? Like I said, potatoes. I used to crave potatoes. At the end of my pregnancy, I wanted a lot of liquid. Like, it was blue Powerades, and I used to drink gallons of water. Like, so much water. Like, I wish I could drink that now. I used to have some crazy cravings. One of my unusual craving, now I'm probably going to get judged for this, because when I told Facebook, when I was pregnant, everybody was like, you need to stop. I used to sniff Fabuloso. So I used to eat ice and sniff Fabuloso so that my brain would think that I'm eating the Fabuloso. So yeah, that was my unusual craving. Like I really wanted to eat cleaning products. So yeah.
What was the hardest part about being pregnant? I don't know why I'm getting all these pregnancy questions. I'm not pregnant.
The hardest part about me, pregnancy, I'm 100% emotional all the time. So I could take the mood swings. But it was just the wear and tear of your body. Like, you don't understand. Like, you share your body with the baby. Like, that is in full effect when you are pregnant. Like, I know some women who, like, the baby took vitamins out of them. They faint. Baby really sucks the life out of you. Like, water sucks liquids and just everything. So that's, like, the worst part of being pregnant. Like, literally, you have to eat constantly. You have to stay on top of stuff like that because the baby will take all of it from you. So yeah. What were you doing when you went into labor? So this is going to be weird. I'm probably going to get people that don't believe me, but I promise you I am not lying. I had a dream that I had woke up off the couch and my water had broke. And I was like, Hassan, like, oh my goodness, my water broke. To the point where I even woke up and said, my water broke. Hassan's like, are you sure? Are you sure? And I'm like, I look down, no water. I'm like, that's weird. The next day, the morning that I had Trenton, it happened just like that. My water broke on the couch, all on the floor, all out. Hassan didn't even get to say, are you sure? Because it was water everywhere. Now, you know how in the movies about try to make it seem like, when your water break, it's just like, pew, okay, it's just the water. Oh, that was just a splash. When I tell you it was an ocean.
So it was so much. I know that's gross, but like, all them Powerades and them gallons of water, like, goodness.
What was your labor experience? Natural, epidural, meds, C-section? How long were you in labor? I was in labor for
12.
my vaginal canal was too narrow, so he couldn't come out. And I had to get an emergency C-section, so that's what happened. It says, do you think a married family with children is any better than an unmarried relationship with kids? If so, why? It's kind of hard to answer this question. Really, it depends on the man. It just really depends on what type of guy that you have, married or not. I would say it's 100% the guy. You guys need to help us. You guys need to consult us. We do need to be pampered. You need to get up, regardless if we breastfeeding or not, for support and blah this and blah that. Like, it's about the guy as well. What are your views on young moms having children? I think that you should not have kids until you're 100% ready, regardless of the age, because we were made as women to have kids regardless. Throw out what everybody say, the stereotypes, oh, you shouldn't have a baby between this and this time. No. If you feel as though that you're ready to do it, support system, and it's not just you're putting it off on your mom or your dad or other people. You wait till you can do it. You feel like you can do it, and the person that you're doing it with is a wonderful partner to do it with. So it doesn't matter about the age. Okay, someone said, how do you make Trenton eat so healthy? Really good. For those of you who will follow me on Snapchat, you guys know I take pictures of my food and like Trenton's little toddler plates and stuff that I give him. My Snapchat name, by the way, is at Yahziid, which is my middle name. It's YAHZIID at Yahziid. So follow me on Snapchat if you don't already. It's like we go to the store and then like I'll get a small bag of this, a small bag of that, and then I'll test it out with his dinner, lunch, or snack. And then if he likes it, then I'll continue to get it. And that's how it happens. Like, people are like, he eats avocados, he eats onions, like he eats broccolis. Yes, he eats veggies, he eats fruits, he eats limited meat, because we are trying to go vegetarian. What were your first thoughts when you seen your baby? My first thoughts was, wow, like, I'm a mom. I really couldn't believe, like, I was just examining him, like, look, he has my eyes, like, he has my ears, like, I couldn't believe that it was like a little miniature me. Like, it was just extraordinary. So that's one of the first things that I thought. The first thing that I thought when I found out was, how am I going to tell my mom? Like, regardless of me being 22 and independent, I'm still like, how am I going to tell my mom? Like, because to be honest, when, as an adult, you don't want to disappoint your parents. As a child, you don't want to disappoint your parents. So that's like the first thing you think of, like, oh my goodness, like, what is she going to think of me? Is that going to make her view me differently? But she was 100% supportive. Now, like I said, because of our religion, she was like, okay, I wish you would have waited. And, she didn't really know the child's father too well, so she was kind of like, yeah, like, like, who is he, blah this and blah that. She had her concerns, but for the most part, regardless of the whole pregnancy, Trenton, to this day, she is the most supportive person in my life, and she has stood behind me 100%, and I could not have asked for a better mom, a better grandma for Trenton. So shout out to Mom, I love you, thank you. Okay, so someone says, Trenton is 2 now. How do you calm him down when he has tantrums? At home, it's easy to calm him down because I give him that look. Stop.
Why are you doing that? Look at me. Does that look like you should be doing it? Does that look like something that you should be doing? Come here.
Give me the tablet.
Get in your bed.
Lay down and go to sleep.
But in public, it's almost like Trenton knows exactly when to activate his terrible twos. Like, soon as we get in public, it's like all that stuff that I done worked on at home, all that training, all that talking to you and molding you into the child you are today, and you're going to go out there and act like you don't have no home training? Starting to learn like he wants more responsibilities now that he's 2, and that's really good for his developmental skills. So I give him like responsibilities in the store, like, hey Trenton, do you want this cereal or do you want this cereal? How I deal with Trenton, you know, you just got to be one with your child. You can't sugarcoat nothing, because they know, they smell weakness. Do you want any kids? Do you want any other kids? Yes, yes, yes. Like, I'm having baby fever to the umpteenth power, like, oh my goodness. But right now I don't feel like I'm in a place mentally or physically or spiritually, like I just don't feel like I'm ready. Really have to be ready in your mind, like regardless of what everybody else say, like, oh, you don't have this, you don't have that, you don't have that, but are you ready to bear a child, or are you ready to raise another child? Because I'm sure I can do it. I probably didn't think I was ready for Trenton, but I'm doing it. Yes, I want 4 kids. I want 2 boys and 2 girls. I also do want a husband, so I have to wait on Jesus. What's the hardest thing about being a mom? That is such a good question, and I get that asked all the time. For me, since I was so independent, I was just so used to getting up and going wherever I wanted to go. When you're a mom, all that stops. Like 100% of your time goes to your child. So like you kind of lose yourself, and I feel like that's the hardest part about being a mom. You really have to learn how to balance your pleasures. You need to learn how to balance your necessities, your wants. You still have to treat yourself because you're doing a lot. So just learn how to spoil yourself on top of spoiling your kid. What is the best thing about being a mother? I love this question. The best thing about being a mother for me, in my opinion, is how connected me and Trenton were. Like, I was just talking to one of my friends, shout out to Buki. One day I sat him down to eat, and a song came on that I really, really liked. So this is just my natural personality. I got up, I started dancing, I started singing. I wasn't really paying attention. That's just me. That's my personality. So I did it naturally. And when I looked at Trenton, he was like so serious. I was entertaining him like 100%. He was eating his grapes and he was just looking at me like, okay. He laughing and looking at me like, that's okay, Mom. And then at the end, he clapped like, bravo. I said, this is my best friend. Like, we're just connected. Like, when I don't feel like, this past week has been like so stressful for me, and the worst day ever. I was at work, I was having the worst day ever, like literally, like I had cried that day. Like, it was just not a good day. And I look down in my pocket and I look at one of Trenton's toys. Now, any other day, he doesn't leave his toys with me, but his toy was literally in my pocket, and it just it cheered me up so much. I can be so tough on myself. Like, I'm my own worst enemy. I was like in the mirror looking at my stomach like, I'm never going to lose this. Like, I don't feel attractive. Like, I'm never going to do this. I'm never going to do that. Like, just bashing myself. Trenton came up to me out of nowhere. He stopped watching TV. He came up to me, and I wasn't even talking and saying, this is ugly. I was just looking at myself like, oh my God. And he came up to me. He looked at my stomach. He rubbed it. He kissed it, and he just walked off. I said, okay. If you like it, I love it. That's like the best part of being a mom, just being 100% connected with your child and knowing that they love you despite it all. They're 100% forgiving. They love you, flaws and all. Like, that's the real type of Beyonce, flaws and all. How did you come up with Trenton's name? Be 100% honest with you. I thought about it. I said, what would look good on a college and job application? That's how I came up with it. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in today. I'm going to try to stay more consistent. I know y'all see me coming on for 1 month and then leaving for another month. It really is hard to stay consistent. Now, I'm not making excuses, but being a mom is my biggest distraction. Now, I'm telling y'all this, but I have a passion for YouTube, and I just hope that everybody really believes in me and sticks with me. Thank everybody for tuning in once again. For the newcomers, thank you for supporting me. Remember to subscribe and like this video. For the returning viewers, thank you so much for your support. Also, like this video, and remember, unapologetically doesn't necessarily mean that you don't apologize for your actions. It just means you don't apologize for being you. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you guys. God bless. Love you.